My prior job was I was interim dean of arts and sciences at the University of Miami. And when that assignment was completed, I started to look around for dean positions. And I was very excited about being able to join this dynamic community and to be a part of, basically to go back to my roots for marine science, but in a dean position. What I love most is the opportunity to work with the incredible faculty, students, and staff that we have here at the College of Marine Science. Every single one of them is a superstar. They are working on important research issues that are globally and regionally and locally significant, making real impacts on what ends up being the future of our species. So with the words that we're not supposed to say, changing climate, and with important issues like fisheries and the health of our coastal oceans, the faculty, staff, and students together are really making an impact. When I was young, my dreams were limited to gymnastics. So I was a high school gymnast, I was a college gymnast at Stanford University, before the Stanford University team actually got good. But in the early days of that gymnastics program. And so really in high school, I was only thinking about going on to become a gymnastics coach. I got into Stanford and I was interested in chemistry. And after an injury, it was clear that I wasn't going to be able to pursue those athletic goals. And so I started focusing more on the academics and the science. I can't imagine wanting to do anything other than science related to the Earth and our impact on it. So would I have been involved more in the political side, in the environmental side? Maybe. But after gymnastics injury, I was into modern dance. So I had a thought of being a dancer, but I chose science. I will tell you, one of my favorite places is just our backyard. So we are on the water overlooking Boca Ciega Bay. So we look due west out over the barrier islands. And it's just a spectacular place to live. So you would probably find me on our dock having a glass of wine, watching the sunset with my husband. So my favorite place in Tampa Bay is my own home, but also downtown St. Pete. It is exciting. There's art, there's brew pubs, there's fine dining, sidewalk cafes. It's walkable. It's just a really, really livable and wonderful place to have a college. We did have a border collie when our son was growing up, but you know, passed away a few years ago. But I do have a grand puppy, a small 110-pound mastiff that thinks it's a lap dog that lives in Miami with our son. One of the local hangouts for the college is on the University of South Florida St. Pete campus. There are two small dining institutions. There's the Tavern and there's the Grind. And that really is where most of us go to get our lunch. I grew up all over the country. So I was born in Miami, but lived in Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, and Northampton, New Hampshire, which is seacoast New Hampshire. My dad was an airline pilot, so we moved around a lot. And then after high school, did all of my higher education in California. So Stanford, Scripps Institution of Oceanography, and Caltech. Both my husband and I love kayaking, but we don't get to do it as much as we would like. And right now we have a personal trainer that comes to the house once or twice a week, and she puts us through our paces and we do it together. And as we tell her, it's the most fun we have all week, and she tells us we need to get out more. At Stanford, I had the opportunity to go on a research cruise as an undergraduate. And that research cruise ended up being that out-of-the-classroom, life-changing experience for me. And it was the first time I had experienced a group of professionals so passionate about what they do that, it just was overwhelming. And so I came back and I want to be an oceanographer, and ended up majoring in geology, and then the rest is history. That opportunity to do an out-of-the-classroom experience was life-changing for me, and I know it's been life-changing for students that I've taken out on field trips or on cruises, that's really where you can find your passion.